Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll call our meeting to order.
The motion to approve today's agenda, October 2023.
I'll second that.
You got a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for October 3rd, 2023.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sean, what you got for me?
I attended the Wapello City Council meeting last Thursday. Just to listen to what they had to say, nothing, pretty much, business as usual. Also called an ambulance meeting, emergency, whatever we're calling this group. I don't know. I'm about half confused half the time. Anyway, that was last Tuesday.
Yeah, because you changed it and didn't let me know.
Tuesday. Mike sent out emails to everybody.
I didn't get it.
Well, we gotta make sure you're on the email list because he emailed everybody and the agenda. So anyway, we reviewed some emergency calls. And the procedures, I guess, and how things evolved in times. We also discussed maybe revising some of the boundaries. Langwood call was the one that we had discussed about whether or not Wapello was closer or Columbus Junction. So I think I'm going to sit down with Kenny and Brandon and look at what their protocols are for dispatch. And once I get that information, then I'm going to go back. We're going to have another meeting with this group November. I don't remember the day, but the first part of November. We also agreed that we're going to piggyback these meetings every other month. And they're with another ambulance type meeting that they're having anyway. And we're going to review calls and such every other month. I thought that there's things to be learned from every call, and it's important that everybody gets some feedback on where we're at. Also updated them on our tax to put on the ballot. I do believe it can be on the 2024 ballot, right, Selena?
Yes.
We're on,
Yes.
okay. There was some debate whether or not it could be on that ballot, but it looks like it can, so we will be working towards that goal. More information coming soon. That's all I have.
Okay, how about you, Brad?
I had, I think we had 2 Wapello development meetings, working on that, trying to get some more bids in Louisa County, and that's a continual work. But I think things are starting to move forward again, hopefully. Met Thursday with at a courthouse, talked about this about a month ago. They're looking at all the foundations. It's kind of like through ISAC, just to make sure that all the buildings are sound and being maintained. And we got, they said our basement, we have a little bit of line coming up through it, but as far as every one of them they've been through so far, we got pretty proud of our courthouse. So that was good news. So they're going to give us a report. So there's nothing that needs to be done. I think it was with them 2 or 3 hours on Thursday. There were supposed to be other counties coming up, but they couldn't make it, so they went directly after this over to meet with the other counties. They've inspected quite a few, and they found a lot of damage, and ours is. I said something probably. They have a moisture meter that goes around your bottom of your foundation. And it checks the moisture content of your bottom, trying to bring back the so chipping's a good thing. But they also said too that it's something maybe check in 10 to 15 years just to keep up on it, because there is a little bit of flying with but they said they see all of it in the foundations almost disrepair. So I have that information. I've got for each one of you guys for the future. Yeah. And like I said, they're gonna send us a report that we keep down the road. ISAC or insurance might ask for that report. It's foundation, but stability is what it actually is. So you can have a nice building, but you don't have a good foundation stability, you don't have a good buildings. But anyway, we came out an A+. Very happy. Last night we had a conservation meeting out at Langwood. Things are moving forward, and we got and Dan here, both interim directors, so we can get somebody hired. Like I said, things are going good. I don't see a pause. I think things are just going to keep moving forward. They're on top of it. We got several things done. There's a couple things that we'd like to maybe try to get on a done list. It would be for like the overlook. I'll check it out. We closed that down just due to the stability. The foundation's great. Everything's good, but it's just coming off starting. All the floor joists don't touch the beam on the bottom. Half of them are hanging in no banks land. And it wobbles a lot. It's about 2 to 3 inches out of level. Handrails. It can fall over at any time. So we just chose to barricade it right now to keep a bad thing from happening, because it is a pretty steep embankment if something did happen. Yeah, so bids on for the transfer station. We're gonna have a meeting week or two. Talking to her about that yet. We got the trailer bids back. We got a couple semi tractor bids. We got our concrete bid in last night, and I got another one trying to get. It's hard to release bids, but so we should be able to go forward. We have to have this all in place by 1st of December, and still do it's pushing people to get it done. We'll get it. I think that's besides a couple complaints on the road issue and stop sign issue, but other than that, that's it.
Okay, I had a quiet week. Anything from the public being this fun, everybody here?
I saw in the paper where there's a notice for it solicitation on 4 acres of ground at complex or complex at the roadside.
Yep, Monarch Meadow.
Was that discussed at this meeting? Bids on that?
Well, we've discussed it for years.
What you have?
Was on the couple of weeks ago on the agenda. Do you have the agendas?
I don't remember how long it was. I
I
know
think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
But it's okay. I didn't recall that.
Yeah, it was, but I don't remember how long ago back.
It was
September 1st, we'd talk with the county attorney about possibly if conservation felt they were tenants evicting, giving them notice. And he said we didn't have to, so we went ahead and put it out to bid, so.
I guess, I just hadn't remembered it being discussed at this meeting and, or at a recent meeting. I know it had been before. But,
Well, and I talked to Adam Parsons, who said. He said that it can be treated, if the lease is less than 3 years, it can be treated like any other contract, not subject to a bid threshold. There is no requirement for public hearing, and the notice need not contain a specific legal description, though the land should be described in the lease. So that's who I went by.
And there
When I
was
put the ad in the paper and.
conservation trail.
And it's our track on it.
Yeah,
We're
we
putting
own
it
it.
in the papers to make sure every person in the county knows about it, has the chance, opportunity to bid on it.
it's just, that's a 4-acre piece. I know as a farmer, that area is not attractive to you. I know Brad had mentioned that is not an attractive piece, but that's a worthwhile piece of habitat that I don't see any reason that the county should worry about that 4 acres. That's first I'd seen it, and the first I recall a discussion about it since it had been discussed previously, and the timing with Katie leaving and everything else.
It was gonna be done before she left.
It was done before she even gave her letter of resignation, so. Don't need to get that started.
Well,
I think you're out of line on that, I'll tell you that.
no, I didn't say.
Well, that
I didn't
comment.
say that was.
Yeah, but that comment.
But,
Especially from the press.
oh, I think that would be appropriate from the press.
No, and I don't know if it was on the, it was on her, agenda.
Well, I'm not disputing that it was, I just didn't remember.
Way prior to her resigning, so.
I guess I'll get tired of hearing taxpayers complain about driving by it.
Well,
It's a CSR of probably 85, probably a lot of farmers like to farm that good of ground.
no, I'm sure they would. That's all Iowa needs, 4 acres more corn or beans.
Okay, well, with that, Paul, are you just here to visit or?
Yeah, no official.
No, nothing, okay, well,
That's count.
My wife was on this morning. She wasn't leaving anytime soon.
okay,
Find another place to go. Get it. Where you going?
okay. We've reviewed the payroll changes, which we had one employee get a longevity raise or an anniversary 40-cent raise. I handed out the recorders and auditors first quarter report. Each an ambulance report. In a half hour, we got a subdivision. And we can, who wants to do the fireworks permit?
The only thing I want to ask is, there's nothing on plat books, but there's something on miscellaneous. What's the miscellaneous?
That's the sale of the old filing cabinet.
Oh, wow.
And I'm
Look at the-
ready to make some more sales, because that's the most money we've had
$100.
in revenue for a long time.
$100.
They can't sell plat books, they can sell file.
Okay.
You wanna look at this?
Have you seen the
Yeah.
fireworks permit yet?
Now, what is it on?
I'll go ahead and make a motion. Conesville Event Grounds,
21st.
October 21st. Yeah,
Yes, I do have that, yes.
make that motion for the fireworks permit.
I'll second it. Okay, we have a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, Wapello and Morning Sun.
We can also do, look at Evolve's contract.
Speaking of, if you're gonna, are you gonna talk about number 12?
Yeah, I've got it on Brad's desk. or-
He's got 4 semi loads of stuff coming in. He would like to know where to put that stuff in staging. I guess I recommended around that little gazebo in that grassy area. It's right close. I don't think it's gonna be in anybody's way.
Ground's dry.
Yeah, unless you guys have,
I say that's probably perfect. spot.
that's what I thought. Get the trucks in and out okay.
What about Fridays to the LP tank? Not enough room, or I'm just suggesting.
You got a site out there that's in the question.
Yeah, that's
Great
right,
site.
that's-
We can't-
Yeah.
Forget that.
Gazebo.
There
On the
might
other
be
side of the tank, that's where all the graves are.
to the east,
East and south.
east and south. Okay,
That was brought up.
It's kind of marked, but it needs to be marked better. They
Yeah.
need to get it for.
they're not
Future
individually
generations.
marked graves, it's just kind of a mass grave.
They did imaging.
Before they built the jail, that was.
Yeah, I do remember
2005.
them having a big deal about it, but I guess I was under the impression they never really found anything necessarily.
Yeah, they did some imaging.
But they still.
That's kind of the area that they've identified.
You know,
Okay, all right. I'll have him put it around the gazebo then.
that sounds good.
But there's gonna be a lot of stuff out there, so he did indicate that within 3 weeks or so, they should be done.
Good, good.
So
Is the season
by Thanksgiving, I guess would be,
done?
yeah,
Good.
if the weather cooperates.
So you need a motion on 12, is that what you need?
Yeah.
Need
Yeah.
to make a motion as we agreed to, for the first half payment paper supplies, 132,977 for the complex.
I'll second that.
Okay, got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Did we need a motion and second for the auditors and recorders?
Yeah, yes.
That's,
And the one of them's for you and one of them's for Brad. There's 3 copies of Wapello ambulance report.
okay. Right.
What number are you on now?
Back up to auditor and recorders, first quarter reports. We need a motion there.
Oh, I'll make a motion to approve the recorder and auditor's first quarter report.
And I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
We just had that one table change, didn't we?
Yep, that's the only one I've seen.
Do you have Morning Suns for ambulance?
I
report?
do,
Oh, okay.
I do.
There was just one copy. All right.
Yep.
What, how many calls do they have year to date, do you know?
Morning Sun?
Yeah.
It's like 51. Well, if you look down all the transports and everything, that had 99. But if you go, West Wellington, yeah, 99.
99 calls.
Yeah, and that's. No transports. That was city transport. Pretty mercy.
How many calls Wise County had so far year to date, do you know?
Not off the top of my head, I don't know. We're over 400.
Yeah, Waffles at 465.
Yeah,
They're on target to be over 600, but
yeah, we're in the kind of that same area.
Was last year the record for both, wasn't it?
I think so.
it's a day. I thought Wapello was gonna keep track of their Med One calls.
I don't see the line in there
I
yet.
don't either. I'm gonna talk to them about that. Cause I thought I don't know if we brought it up here last month or I had brought it up to them.
I think you brought it up.
I thought it was at
David
this
said something
meeting.
about it.
Yeah. Just so we know how
I agree.
often that vehicle is being utilized.
It's not being. Get that motor in it, you got the,
Yeah,
using that backup one they got from you years ago, or. I think that runs pretty.
I think Med One's getting utilized more now than,
Yeah, I do too.
and every day goes by, I think it's. Pretty powerful tool, I think.
I like it because it don't put the wear and tear on the revenue as much.
Get there a little quicker too.
Yeah. You know what? There's three of these. It's going through them and they're all
Thank
the
you.
same.
You got to look at the same figures,
Yeah,
you gotta have a memory.
Yeah.
One of you.
thank you so much. You're so thoughtful.
Does that confuse you guys?
It did.
It did.
That's the first time.
Try to make things easy.
Well, you did good, we're just not used to it.
Start off hard, but it's easy now.
I just texted Jason to keep track of Med One class. And 25% of our calls is no transport or cancellation.
They pay a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Out of 100 calls, 24 or 99 calls, 24 of them are no transport or canceled.
That's pretty much par for the course.
That sucks. Well,
Even
when,
with us as well.
yeah, but when you only have 100 calls year to date,
It's tough.
shit, that gets you down to 75 for the year. That's
Those will be all your lift assist and, check me out and.
I mean, if you had 25 no transports out of 465, then I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Here we all. Looked at the Morning Sun and Waplo reports and got them digested.
Yeah.
Okay, number 13. Discuss action to hire land surveying service to survey parcel 0827335013.
That is
Is the parcel where the old,
old jail is,
Oh.
and when I looked it up on Beacon. It's like part of the building is cut off how it's been surveyed before, so I talked to. Cause it was split from the annex to the old jail was split back in 2015. I went down to the assessor's office and found that out, and then I talked to Adam Parsons, and he suggested getting it surveyed again since we're going to actually sell it. And,
is the public, after the public hearing.
yes, correct. And, we had set the public hearing last week, and that's on item number 14. We'll need to, wait till Rob comes over to
Get a
survey
survey.
that, and then,
Or we got a good description to.
yeah, get the description, because there's no description of it. Because the plat that I have now is not for the old jail. So it needs to be resurveyed. And Rob, I did get a hold of him, and he can come over. He just hasn't given me a time when he's gonna come over. Or able to come over to survey it.
So the depiction that it would be on Beacon would be basically what it is now.
Yeah.
So you're saying
and-
part of the building is,
Yeah, if you pull it up, and actually when I pulled it up, they had this area was labeled as the old jail. And the old jail was the annex. So I got that changed, and when you look at the parcel. There's a parcel for the driveway and then the parking lot. And then the old jail was its own little parcel, but majority, like a whole corner of the old jail was on this parcel, the annex parcel. Which
Okay.
you can't go by Beacon, but
Yeah.
we need to have something, we need to have a legal description if we're going to sell that. old
Or
jail.
even go into the process, right?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Okay.
So we'll have to, we won't be able to have the public hearing on November.
delayed another week, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
Have you had anybody come in and talk to you about that yet?
I've had one gentleman that
Okay.
was wanting to put in a bid.
I thought he
And
said
not
he was
accept the
coming.
bid until after the
Alright.
public hearing.
He said he was coming. He called me.
Yeah,
So we don't need a motion for Lance, it's probably.
no, I just wanted to discuss that. Be sure it's okay.
So now we're gonna move it to November 14th.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
We have a question out in the gallery.
Aren't you doing that backwards? Shouldn't you have the public hearing before you have it surveyed to see if you're even gonna sell it?
Well, this is.
We have to have a legal description to,
Go through.
No, a
So we
public
can put
hearing
it on
is just to say whether the public's willing to let you sell it or not.
Well, this is upon the advice of the county attorney, so. I know what you're saying, Randy, I know what you're saying.
What do you expect the survey to cost? I mean, you're gonna spend something. And then you have the public hearing and the public says, no, we don't want you to sell it. Then you just spend,
I know what you're saying, but
even if you're just gonna tear it down. You spent the money to have it rezoned and, or not zoned, but surveyed.
survey,
This seems backwards.
well, it sounds like the survey needs a lot of cleaning up too.
I looked at it on Beacon, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't look like,
And Beacon's
my opinion is, I'm not in favor of you selling it. I think you should just tear it down.
You know, we've got some people in Wapello that don't wanna see it tore down. So. There's some expense involved in that.
Yeah, we was
That would
looking at,
be cheap. Or you're talking about jail.
yeah, the old shell. Yeah, that, back when. The other engineer had a grant and person that specialized in that here, and it was over $100,000. And the public. Spoke up and that it still sits there. Well, upon the advice of county attorney, I would say we need to get a legal description before and put off the public hearing. But good question, Randy. With that, Adam, we'll pick on you. My turn.
We got going on, not a lot, so we, this week are primarily hauling around. Last week, we got the shoulders work done on 5 Mile Lane, on Torch Road, we're doing that on W66, and I've heard a lot of thank yous over that, and it's something that we always kind of struggle with. We used to use you used to use a dump truck with an auger that dropped it right in place. And while that was the most efficient rock, it sometimes was really slow and kind of led to us not getting things done as much. So this time we basically lined up a bunch of dump trucks, dumped on the road, pushed it in the shoulder, and then roofed it off. And that has allowed us to get a lot faster. You waste a little bit of rock here and there, but it's all going on the road. So that was our big push last week. Got that done, and so the rest of this month we trying to haul as much rock as we can to kind of beat that price increase that always comes in January. The guys would get up to about half of their rock and then see get the year done. So that's the plan for the rest of October, I guess. There's some blades and mowing and all of that going on as well. The guys in the engineering department are done spraying, so they're out doing surveying work, primarily up on beach 28 now. Getting that prep for like 2025 overlay up there, so we got some time now. We can do that work ahead of time, have it sit ready to go. There's also another round of grants for I believe they call it RAISE, which is one of the grants. I did put in a application, a grant application for the K Road Bridge. something, we can make it explain it being critical to the infrastructure of the county. Obviously, there's lots of green heading east. The river to Oakville, and there's a lot of, product coming west from Oakville, heading west, so. That was that, there's no resolution or anything that has to be part of that, basically. Pick the bridge that you think is the biggest pain in the butt, and, you know, pick that one, so I don't know if it's gonna happen, you know, I don't know if it's gonna happen, or if I was gonna get the grant, or if our project would be part of that.
Since I've been on that new state tonnage act, is that got any merit to that?
Trying to play it up, so. Good job, best I can, you know, we gotta.
Is there any additional money through the state on stuff like that with us?
Well, last year we got about 19,000, we're coming in, checked, and this year we're getting $1,800 a month or something, so it's not.
It could take a long time to
It's
pay for
not-
a bridge with that. I don't think I'd make payments.
No, I don't think so either, so we get 20,000 a year, and that's great, you know, it helps with rock and those other things, or equipment or personnel or whatever, but it doesn't. Doesn't double the bridge, so, regardless, I'm working on, getting that bridge designed and to be able to go through permitting here this fall, so. Again, it's a couple of year process, but you know, we're working on it, and we're working on some other things. So I think our motor grader is supposed to come this week or next, so we'll have that on hand. All that. Regarding the bypass and 61 entrance and all that, I've again reached out to the DOT, haven't heard anything from them. I was approached by our local representative, and he's asking if he can do anything to help spur the conversation. I guess, do you guys want me to go that route, or do you want to?
What areas?
Well, he just asked if there are any outstanding issues, on that. I said, well, we've got this entrance into Wapple issue that we've been trying to get the DOT's attention on and haven't really.
Should we have a meeting first with them?
Well, I was thinking we would try to have a meeting with them either on Zoom or in person or something, and that.
How about we take that avenue first before we go above their heads?
Yep, I think so too, so that's why I'm asking them now, so.
I think it's a good idea to use it for later.
You know, you always got that in your pocket, you know, if you can too, so. Okay, well, I will
It's good for
continue
them to say
to,
something though.
we'll continue to be a squeaky wheel here, so. So that, we do have a application for.
It's not on our agenda.
Oh, it is,
I hate to say.
okay,
Well, let's wait till next week.
that's fine, so. Yeah, I know, Joel was off a lot of last week, so we can get ready, so.
Is that what she emailed me yesterday? She put it on, it was for,
For the voice.
yeah.
Yeah, so. Well.
Yeah.
It's to run power across our wide right away.
It can be on the agenda for next week, so good. Other than that, does anybody have any questions for me or anything going on?
Thinking of them. We'll let you out of here. Unscathed.
Unscathed? It's big, so. Oh, that, traffic count up on G44X and 160th is being done this week, so,
Okay,
my intention is to try to get both roads and figure out how much traffic is on each road and then how let's make it a decision there on the signage. So
I seen you got the center located in, traffic marks for them coming in, so expect them to come anytime to drive that road, so.
they're supposed to, that company had done some work in the county and had forgot some work up in Fredonia, I believe, so they're gonna have to come back and do it. We're like, well, whenever you're back in town, so. You know what I'm saying, to make it most efficient, so. Okay, all right, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Morning.
Morning.
Okay, it's. Not quite 9:15. But it's all left on our agenda. Get started on this subdivision. If anybody else coming for it, we got our notary and. Attorney, so I guess we're good to go.
Yes, everything's good, everything's checked out on it. I'm good, thank you. Actually, it went really well, put a new septic system in.
Yeah, it's just right here on the edge of town. So it meets all our criteria and good access, everything.
So we just squaring off this one little
They want
piece
to
of
keep their
property
land.
and then sell the other.
It's 2 acres. They only had to go with 1, because it's in an R1, but they went with 2, which made it a lot easier for me to put a septic system into this. And if somebody else wants to build another building onto it, they have to do it.
Folks, who house off,
Okay, everything's in line. I'll make a motion that, the Smitty's subdivision, receipt board.
I'll second that.
okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Is Chris,
I have the resolution here.
okay, but, Susan, notarized it. You want to write and sign?
Okay.
One thing I didn't include in my email, this thing because I didn't have it yet, was the survey with the signature and the draft taken off of it, so. I'll give that
Want to
down.
stamp that too.
So,
You didn't get a bigger one,
I don't have a bigger one, I can
you're gonna get in big trouble.
print a bigger one.
Just saying.
You've been in trouble for that report.
Not for that.
We have.
Other thing.
We have.
Not for that.
There you go, Susan.
Thank you very much.
Well, if I do, I'll bring a bigger one up here for you to sign next week.
Where are you gonna stand at?
I'm gonna go right in that corner. I'm gonna. Should we do it right in the middle there? I know that will get us in trouble.
Don't cover the legal security.
Yeah.
Press. Courthouse, they didn't have any exercise.
Yeah.
Probably left my office.
Did you reckon it, Joe?
So I did, I'll get it.
That's fine. Just tell me.
Before I record it.
I got to, I got a Zoom meeting today, so just get hold of it sometime. It's not mine.
Tears her that. She would, you know, go to the courthouse this morning, so I didn't have to. Didn't have a chance to ask her. She was-
Finance zoning.
Tonight. So we didn't do anything on number 14. We didn't approve changing the date.
No, we have not touched 14, but we,
Discussed it a little bit.
yeah. I think we'll just table 14 to. With the.
All right.
Get a motion.
I'll make a motion to table item number 14, the public hearing date rescheduling the public hearing date.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Get pretty busy. Kind of, this balance week.
And then I take this to Amy.
Yes, you've got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll stop by on my way back, hang on that side of that flat.
Okay.
That's gonna be over here, if it's not, I'll go back to my office tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
And.
With that new ambulance coming in, is it this month? Isn't it?
The paper was right here.
Yeah, they got it, they're showing it at an ambulance conference or something first, and then we get it the week after. It's a showpiece.
Denver.
I don't think it's Denver. I think it's Des Moines. I think it's Des Moines. I think it's the end of this month. Towards the end of this month.
Yeah, I am says October 24th.
Yeah, so it's right after that.
Okay. Well, we've completed our agenda. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Yeah.
Bye.
See you, Jim.
Okay.
Okay, folks.
Yep.
Yeah.